Hey man, it's your boy J Man back at it again with a brand new video on the channel. As y'all can see by the title, I'm talking about Ben Simmons here. I ain't gonna cap to you, man. Originally in a Philly situation, I 1000% was on Ben Simmons' side. I even made a video about it. I don't have the video up on my channel no more, but it was basic. I was basically talking about, should you really trade Ben Simmons? And I think this was around November time of last year, I would say. November, October time of last year, because that's when he said he wanted out. So, I was on his side, you know. I'm not gonna say I'm not on Ben's side anymore, but it just looks bad. Like, it looks bad. Like, right now, it looks real bad. And, I mean, for anybody who's criticizing Ben, saying he's lying about his back and stuff like that, I mean, there's no real way to figure out he's not hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just find it real hard to I find it real hard to like fathom or believe that he's literally sitting out games on purpose and collecting free checks. I just don't think that's really it. They said he's been dealing with his back injury since like 2018, so obviously this is a lingering issue, so maybe he's really feeling that, you know. Now, to be honest, if they down 3, when they was down 3-0, at that point, I don't think you bring back Ben Simmons anyways. At that point, because there's no way you're gonna win 4 straight games. Against that Boston team, there's no chance. But it's just really, it's a really sticky situation because, you know, you got Philly fans are berating him. You know, Reggie Miller said he had no competitive fire. You know, Stephen A. Smith said he's the most selfish star in the league. You know, and I'm not gonna call him selfish. In terms of the competitive file, like Reggie Miller said, I mean, y'all should have been known this though. Ben Simmons was the same. Like, here's the thing. Y'all think all of a sudden Ben Simmons is gonna turn into Kobe Bryant and just love the game, like his life is on the line. Ben Simmons looks at basketball as something he's good at and something that pays well. He's not trying to be the best. He's not trying to, because if he was trying to be the best, he'd be way better than he is right now. And by the way, let's not act like Ben Simmons is a scrub. This is a man who's been playing basketball for 4 out of 5 years. He's been in the league. No, he's been in the league since what, 2017, because he got drafted 2016. So he missed his first year, that 16 to 17 year. So he played 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21. In those 4 years, you know he got 2 All-NBA selections, right? 2 All-NBA defensive selections. First team, both times. So let's not act like he's just some scrub and he's just not good. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Now, does he not shoot? 1000%. I understand that. But that's not even the point of this video. It's just really, it's a really interesting scenario because it's his back. So literally the back is literally, you cannot diagnose it. It's just based off what he feels. It's based off what he feels. Prime example, if you notice, like, if there's a player who's getting the game off because of rest, like he needs rest, they're going to say his back is hurting. They're going to say back. Like, will not play, parentheses, back. Or will not play, parentheses, knee. Because those things you can't diagnose. That's up to the player and what the player feels. And maybe Ben Simmons really don't feel like he is healthy enough to go out and play. My thing with that is, Ben, don't trick me by telling the cameras, watch this, and then you dunk the ball in practice when people are watching you. Don't do that. Cause now you just play on my emotions. Because I want you to come back, Ben. I wanted you to come back. And, you know, like people are saying, which is a valid question. If Kevin Durant and Kyrie won Game 3, and it's 2-1 and not 3-0, are you going to come back and play? If you ask me, he's going to come back and play that game. He's going to come back and try to play the game. But since now he's down 0-3, his back already, and mind you, his back may not already be feeling the best regardless. But if it's 2-1, he might come back and try and will it out just to play. You feel me? And I get what Kenny Smith said. You know, you can at least go out and try. Like, test it. Like, test it. And if it don't feel right, that's cool. You gotta at least attempt, bro. You gotta at least attempt. You gotta attempt. You gotta attempt to play on it. You have to. At this point, you have to. Fuck, Dwight Howard had a herniated disc in 2012 and 13, and that nigga still got 18 and 12. He still got you 18 and 12. And he wasn't playing like Dwight Howard that we know and love in Orlando, but he was still putting up solid production. And you know, I'm not saying Ben has to put up those numbers, but at least play. At least try and play. At least try and get something. At least try and see if you can play it out. But you know, Ben Simmons is looking at it like in a Kawhi way, where, man, this is my body. I only get one of these. I'm not gonna risk my body for the next 30 to 40 years of my life because of a sport. You feel me? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that's okay, but I can understand it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I would play. If it was me, if I'm Ben Simmons, I'm playing. If I mess up my back, oh well. I got my max contract. I'm set for life. If I get hurt, God forbid, I'm set though. I'm set if anything goes wrong. But I can understand Ben Simmons' side. It's like, why even risk it? So, you know, it's just a very sticky situation because I don't really know how they're gonna really. I heard a report came out that the Nets are growing increasingly frustrated. If you ask me, Steve Nash isn't making this any better because Steve Nash should just be saying, you know, the reports are the reports and not really elaborating on it. Because when reports are saying he's coming back, and then he says, I have no idea he's coming back, or I have no idea when he's coming back, that's gonna cause a little bit of friction, not between you and the organization, but just between you and Ben. Because at this point, you could have just said that in silence. You could have said, you know, we're just gonna see how Ben feels later on, and then we'll just take it from there. That should be his response every single time they ask him about Ben Simmons. We're just gonna see how his back feels day to day, and we're just gonna go from there. I don't know about Ben Simmons' situation. I haven't been informed of anything. I don't think he plans on coming back. I knew he wasn't coming back. Like, stuff like that, you're just causing more friction right now. And a team that's down 0-3, like, that's not what the team needs right now. The team needs to focus on winning basketball games, not Ben Simmons. At all. They don't need to focus on what Ben Simmons' back is doing. They need to focus on winning games right now. Because right now, they're the only team at risk of getting swept right now. Every team has at least won one game besides Brooklyn. Crazy shit, right? That's crazy. But yeah, man, I just wanted to make this video. I just wanted to talk about it because I feel like I had to talk about it because I've made a video about Ben Simmons saying, you know, you shouldn't trade him. I thought Philly shouldn't have traded him. I thought they should have kept him and just make amends meet. And I've been on Ben Simmons' side. I always side with the player because organizations and coaching sometimes can be very toxic. Some scenarios can be very toxic, but at this point, you know, I'm not saying I'm not against Ben Simmons, but it's very hard for me to defend you right now. I ain't gonna lie to you, G. It's very hard to defend you right now. But yeah, man, if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I upload. And leave a comment. What do you think about Ben Simmons? Like, at this point, what is your analysis on Ben Simmons? Like, let me know how you feel about Ben Simmons. And then other than that, bruh, I'm out, bruh.